Let's start in child's pose. So child's pose at the back of your mat. Orla, hopefully you can hear me. Arranging your body in a way that allows you to surrender. Bow down to earth. Surrender yourself to this moment. And we all have so many other things to do, but we can't do them now. All there is for you right here, right now, is your yoga mat, your breath, your practice. Contribution, theme of the week. And when we turn our focus from competition to contribution, life becomes a celebration. So let's celebrate our life and celebrate our practice as we move through this flow, knowing that things might get tough. There might be challenges. You might be holding some postures you might not want to hold, but bring in a sense of contribution and how staying is supporting other people. How just being here, doing your work is supporting others in this group, others in this room, others on screen. Breathe in fully. Open the mouth and exhale. Fill up with as much air as you can. Deepest breath of your day, really feeling the expansion. And then let's pause at the top. Relax the body as you embrace the hold of the breath, the retention. And then sip in a bit more air. And now exhale all the air out, contributing your energy, your beingness to everyone else. Tabletop position. Set up your foundations, hands, feet, and then move into your cat-cows, starting to cultivate your Ujjayi breath. Deep, oceanic breath. Ujjayi means victorious, victorious breath in Sanskrit. And it's a breath that will carry you through your practice. It's a breath that will keep you focused, keep you present. It's a breath that calms the nervous system. Downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, bring your hips up and back, and move your dog in a way that feels nourishing for you, in a way that allows your body to wake up. That could be a bend in the knees, a sway of the head. It could be rippling forward and getting a little bit of a stretch through the shoulders or the upper back. And if you have no idea what your body needs right now, close your eyes and let your inside guide the outside moves. Walk your feet to your hands, ragdoll at the top of the mat. Choose how you want to place your arms, grabbing opposite elbows. Interlace the hands behind the sacrum. Arms could be dangling like Margarita. Hands behind the nape of the neck. There's so many options. And I might say something that doesn't necessarily land in your body. And if that's the case, then listen to your body and choose to move your body in a way that feels right for you. Relax the arms down if they're not down already. Let's come into a halfway lift and just feel the length through the spine. So the feet press firmly into the mat, all four corners, leg muscles hugging in, little bend of the knees. Pull the lower belly in. Tuck your chin. Take a breath in here. And then breathe out, fold forward down the legs. On empty, start to rise all the way up to stand. Arms coming up, gaze coming up. Palms pressed together. Big breath in here, reaching the fingers a little taller. Shoulder blades relax down the back. And then exhale your hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Let's set an intention of contribution today. All have the same intention. What can you contribute to this practice? What can you contribute to one another as you move and flow, breathe and sweat? Let's start with one Om. Breathe in. Open the eyes. Press down through the feet and reach the arms up. Palms pressed together. Gaze up towards the hands. We're going to just pause here for a moment. As you're here, pressing the palms together, shoulder blades are relaxed down the back. Pit of the belly's pulling in and up. Tailbone's tucked. And you're breathing in and out. Just feeling the hands press in, and as the hands press together, the Uddiyana Bandha core lock switches on. Breath in, reach a little bit higher. Jaw touches the ceiling. And exhale, fold forward down the legs, clearing the breath as you go. Head drops, gaze between the shins. Halfway lift, lengthen. Fold forward down the legs. Rise all the way up to stand. Weight through the feet, tailbone dropping down. Breath at the top. And exhale, fold. Belly's pulling in. Belly to spine as you bow down to earth. Flat back. Shoulder blades squeezing in. Really strong legs. Hands to the mat. Let's step to plank and pause. Feeling this high plank. Getting really strong, really energized. And we do that by lifting the heels up a little bit higher. Strong legs, belly pulling in, and pressing the hands really firmly down so the shoulders protract up. All the while, long, slow Ujjayi breaths. If you want to drop your knees, you drop your knees to keep the integrity, total body integrity. Let's all contribute. One more huge breath in here. And as you breathe out, elbows start to move backwards and you lower down Chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale to a cobra or an up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In this downward facing dog, take any movement you still need and then settle. Pointer fingers parallel to one another, and all the other fingers spread out as wide as possible. Pressing into the thumb pad, pressing into the pointer finger pad, and from there, bicep spiral forward, triceps back. And you press your hands down and forward to really drive the seat bones up and back. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. On empty, look forward, step to the front. Halfway lift. Fold forward down the legs. With weight in your feet, rise all the way up. Retaining the breath. And just at the top, you take a breath in. And exhale, bow down. slow and intentional. Halfway lift, lengthen, high to low plank, moving through your vinyasa, intentional with every movement. Upward facing dog or cobra. Tops of the feet press down, downward facing dog. Your hips pull back. Space through each digit of your finger. Space through each of your toes. And when you create space in your body, you create space in your mind, space in your being. Breath in. Long breath out, look forward. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Bow down. On empty, rise all the way up to stand. Reaching up, gazing up. Exhale, fold forward down the legs. In line with your breath, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Your mode of transport, it could be a step back, it could be a jump back. Up dog, fill. Down dog, clear. And you reset right here. Juniors come to watch you in your downward facing dog. Checking in on all of us. Okay. Heels are weighted down. And as the heels weight down towards earth, allow the knees to be a little bit soft so you're not locking out the knee joints. We're working our muscles, strengthening the muscles, hugging in, but we're allowing the joints to soften. Big breath in, long breath out, and on empty, look forward, feet to hands, flat back, fold forward down the legs, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit as deep as you can and hug in. So big toes touching, little space between the heels. If you need a little bit more space, there's always the option to have feet at hips distance. You do what works in your body. Okay, tailbone drops, and at the same time, can you lift the chest? So there's a tucking of the tailbone, scooping of the pelvis, fingers spread wide, and you're breathing. Contribute your breath. Think of your breath as a contribution. Every time you breathe in, you're filling, and every time you clear, you're giving your breath to someone else, giving your energy, giving your support. One more breath in. Breathe out, fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Your vinyasa. Moving through, matching your breath to your movement. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Moving into warrior one on the right side. So right foot to the right thumb tip. The back left heel grounds down at a 45 and you rise up. Your feet are rooted. They're what keep you really stable. So feel the feet pressing into earth and then the hips square towards the front. Lift all 10 toes. Spread the toes. Bend a little bit more into your right knee. Yes. And we'll take one huge breath in, reaching the fingers high, gazing up, maybe going back. High to low plank. Clear your breath. Flow through your vinyasa. Vinyasa, flow. Dog. Left side warrior one. Grounding through your feet. Plugging into the center, reaching up and pausing for a moment. Left knee pressing to the pinky toe edge of the mat. Yes. Back right foot rooted into earth. There's a tendency for the side of the foot to lift up. Really press it down. It means a lifting of the inner arch. Breath in, arms reach high. Breath out, high to low plank, your flow. Feel every part of this practice. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, reset right here. Shift our focus from competition to contribution. Life becomes a celebration. Lift up on the tiptoes. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, look forward, and float to the front. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Chair, one breath, sitting really deep, hugging into the midline. and fold. Flat back. Chaturanga Dandasana. In line with your breath. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Right side warrior one. Inhaling as you rise up. Exhaling high to low plank. It's like a dance with your breath. A moving meditation. Upward facing dog. Tops of the feet press down. Downward facing dog. Clear your breath. Left side warrior one. It's like the train just keeps on moving. High to low plank. Upward facing dog. Expand. Downward facing dog. Clear and reset right here. Yeah, knowing that there is always an option to go into pose. Always an option to take some variation, some modification. You do not need permission. You do your practice. You do you. Feet to hands. One more sunbeam. Halfway lift. Fold forward down your legs. On chair. Chair pose, sitting deep, hugging in. Bow. Flat back. High to low. Into the rhythm of your breath, upward facing. Downward facing. Right side, Virabhadrasana one. With intention, you step forward, you root down, you rise up. High to low plank. Flowing with your breath. If it's a little faster, if it's a little slower, who cares? Your practice. Downward facing dog, and then left side one. Your breath. High to low plank, and we all meet downward facing dog, resetting by taking a huge breath in, open the mouth and sigh it out. Big toes touch at the back of the mat. Right leg lifts. Try to lift it as high up to the ceiling as possible, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And then from there, start to bend your knee, stack your hip, right hip on top of left hip, and maybe you flip your dog. You flip if it feels right in your body, or you stay. If you stay, the right knee is reaching up as the right foot's trying to hit the bum, and you're still pressing your hands down and forward. High plank. Side plank, left arm in the air, with the option to have the knee on the mat. So if your knee is on the mat, right knee directly under the right hip. Always thinking about stacking the bones in your body to get in posture. Chaturanga Dandasana, just in time, right, Maya? Just in time. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Oh, no rest for the wicked. Big toes together to touch, left leg lifts. Create the length first. So I really want you to feel the hands pressing forward. And as you do that, you get the energy of earth and it comes all the way up through the left leg, left toe. And then you bend your knee, stack your hip, stay or flip. Same thing as you did on the other side, or different. We have different sides, different feelings in our body on different sides. So just do what feels right. And if you're in your flip dog, press down to lift the hips up. High plank to side plank. Hugging in, skin, muscles, bone. Little softness in the left elbow. And the hips drive up like a rainbow. A smile. Chaturanga Dandasana. You're all amazing. This is not an easy practice. We're building some tapas, some heat. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Nod the head yes. You are a yes. You're a yes for your practice. You're a yes for doing work. You're a yes. Getting sweaty. Who cares what it looks like? right side crescent lunge. So building from the foundation, let's keep the hand low at first. Feet, both feet pulling in towards one another. As you do that, the right hip pulls back. So your feet are tractioning in. The left heel is lifted as high up as it can be. And then really suck your lower belly in. Which strengthen your foundations, then start to rise up. And we'll bring the hands to heart center. Inhale, lower the left knee, little hover. And then exhale, rise. Straighten and firm that left leg. Lower and lift. Keeping your two eyes focused on one point. And lift. Lower. And lift. How many we're going to do? Who knows? Lower, and then pause in your lower, and squeeze the 2 feet towards one another. Yeah, and just smile. It's like, ooh, she's being mean today. Who cares? And now lower your knee completely. Let's twist from here. So untuck the back toe and twist. Left elbow over the right knee. The more you pull your belly in, the easier, the more space you have to revolve around the spine. So it's not a twist of the neck, it's a twist of the torso. Palms pressing together, aiming to get the palms towards the center of the heart. And you're breathing for 3, 2, 1. Let's come back to our crescent lunge. So tuck your toes, reach up, and then open to warrior 2. Flip in reverse. Extended side angle. Forearm or to the right thigh or to the inside of your right foot. Orla, bend into that right knee a little more. Oh, yeah. Okay, outer left foot is pressing down. Stacking the shoulders. Bone tuck. Glute taps under. Sthira Sukha Asana with stability and ease in this pose. Strengthen the legs. The softness in the face. High to low plank. Nicely held, everyone. Yeah. Oh, right thigh. And guess what? We get to do that. We have the opportunity to do that on the left side. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Left side crescent lunge. Building from the foundation, so keeping the hands tented on the ground. Left foot at 12 o'clock in the 4 corners, pressing firmly into the mat. Back right heel is lifted up and even lifted up more. Yeah, it's like you're taking off. And then belly pulls in, shoulder blades squeeze down the back. And from there, start to rise up. Hands to heart center. Steady your gaze, steady your breath. Inhale. And then exhale, lower. And lift. So moving with your breath, inhaling to lower, exhale to lift. Nice breath in here, lower and lift. One more time, low. One more time, high, and then lower and wait. Pause. John has a wall to hold if he wants to. Hold, hold, hold. And now lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, twist over to the left. So right elbow hooks on top of the left knee. Breath is still fluid and strong. If you find your breath has stopped, cultivate. When we twist, our breath starts to compress a bit. So lengthen the breath. Hug the outer hips in. Crescent lunge. Come back to your crescent lunge. And then warrior. Reverse your warrior. Left knee generous and side angle. Forearm to the thigh or to the inside of the left foot. Blocks are an option. Hand on the block on the inside of the right. Sthira Sukha Asana. Balanced action. We're aiming for balanced action in everything we do in our practice. Building strength while also inviting a bit of ease into it. So not pushing and forcing, but allowing the strength to be there. but being a little bit soft at the same time. Chaturanga Dandasana. Tapas in the legs. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Tapas in the whole body. So tapas is our discipline, our heat. Come forward to your hands. Walk, step, jump, however you want to get there. Flat back. And fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. And we're going to move in our chair. So twist to the right. Left elbow, right knee. Staying in your chair, come back to center. Twist to the left, right elbow, left knee. Belly's pulling in as you move. Come back to center. Really press your feet down over to the right. Too bad Patricia's not here. She's her favorite. Back to center. Over to the left. Breathing as you move. Back to center. One more time each side. Squeeze your outer hips in. Squeeze the Mula Bandha in. Back to center. One more side over to the left. You're all amazing. Come back to center, Utkatasana, and fold forward. Separate your feet. You all deserve this. Feet hips distance or wider. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers and pull the crown of the head down towards earth. Surrender to this moment. Allow the knees to be a little bit soft. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Nod the head yes. What are you a yes for? Gorilla pose. Right from here, palms of the hands completely under the soles of the feet. If you can't get your toes up towards your wrist, then bend your knees more. More important to give your wrists a little bit of a massage, a little bit of a break, than to have your knees straight, legs straight. Yeah, maybe there's a hum, maybe there's a sigh. What are you a yes for? Are you a yes for contribution? Or are you more a yes for competition? And there is no judgment. It's just creating that awareness. For so long, I was all about competition and winning everything. Crow pose. Are you a yes for crow today? And that crow might be a crow practice. It might be a little play. It might be squat malasana. It might be a child's pose. So what do you need right now in this moment? Crows, we're here for 3, 2, and you'll shoot back on 1. No, someday. And when we try, we learn. There's a wobble. We've all been there. Downward facing dog is where we meet. Embrace wobbles, embrace falls, test your edge. Okay, walk forward to your hands. Sit in chair. Oh no, sit in chair. Camilla, we're not sitting on our seat. Utkatasana. Okay, from Utkatasana, we're moving into eagle. So you're in your chair, cross the right leg over the left and the right arm under. It's just coming into your balancing posture in a different way. It might feel right for you. It might feel a little awkward. I found it a little bit awkward to enter this way, but it allows the seat bones to drop down. And then from there, lift the elbows in line with the shoulders and press the palms of the hands away. You should get a little stretch in the upper thoracic spine. Okay, come back to your chair and then eagle on the left. Steady gaze, steady mind. Elbows lift, palms reach forward. Eagle on the right. Oh, from your chair, you can do it. Humble eagle, drawing in. Belly pulls back to the spine. And then unwind your right leg, airplane with eagle arms. Right heel lifting up as much as you can, toes pointing down. So there's a spiraling of the inner thigh upward. Legs are super firm, leg muscles into the bone. Press the right heel back, draw the crown of the head forward. Half moon, left hand down, right hand up. I know I'm challenging you guys today. But you're all amazing and you all have it in you. And this is all an exploration. 3, 2, 1. Ragdoll at the top of the mat. Oh. Nailing postures. It's about awareness. It's about discovery, exploration. Okay. Chair pose. Eagle on the left. Left arm under, over. Be intentional as you move. Be part of it. And know that you have the support of everyone around you. Humble eagle. Airplane with eagle arms. And this move, and when the full moon is there. So notice that happening to you right now. Half moon, right arm down, left arm up, stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, pressing down to pull in to express outward. Your fullest expression of this half moon. Ragdoll, top of the mat. So nicely done, everyone. Shake out your legs, flutter your lips, shake the head, whatever you need to do to let go of whatever happened. Whether in your mind it was good or bad. Drop the judgment. Okay, rise all the way up to stand. Tree pose on the right. Right foot to the inside of your left leg, whatever height works for you. I always think it's good to start small. If you find you're really off balance, then just be at your ankle. Hands at heart center. And then express your tree. Arms in any shape that you want them. Maybe you can test looking upwards. Oh, maybe you can test closing your eyes. Who knows? What is possible? Tree on the left. Taking your time to transition. Setting the foundation of your right foot. All 4 corners pressing down. And then the left foot comes to your tree. And with a really strong foundation, you create your tree, your fullest expression. Hands to heart center and release. Standing leg raise on the right. So left foot roots down, right hand to right knee. Pull the right hip down. Open up to the right. Left arm out to the side. Maybe your gaze goes over through the left middle finger. All your attention is in the middle of your body. And where your attention goes, energy flows. Come back to center. Hug your right knee in. Lower the right leg down. Okay, standing leg raise on the other side. Your right foot plants, your left knee lifts. Hips are aligned. So first, pull that left hip down. Left knee in line with your left hip. Yes. Okay, strong legs. Hug the leg muscles into the leg bones. Hug the glutes in. Open to the left, arm to the right. And if there's a wobble, press down more to the right foot. Back to center. Left knee hugs in. Thank you, leg. Lower the left leg down. Step to the top of the yoga mat. Reach the arms up. Express upward. Set your vision high all the way up to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low plank or straight to downward facing dog. Okay, let's do a lion's breath in our downward facing dog. So you're going to take as much air as you can into your lungs, filling up. And let's roar it out. That tongue sticks out, face scrunches. And we'll do one more just like that. And roar like no one is watching you. Left foot warrior 2. Triangle. Straighten the front left knee. Reach the left arm forward. So think about length, long spine first. And then open to your Trikonasana. Tailbone pointing towards the back right foot. Right outer edge of the foot is rooted down. The toes are soft. Maybe even lift the toes, spread the toes so you can really feel the forwards of the feet. And then extend your right arm a little bit forward, 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 so it's in line with your ear. Even more forward. I said low. I said a little, but yeah. Forward, like you're swimming your right arm forward. Yes. And then lift the left arm in line with the right arm, like you're hugging a beach ball. And with strength in your core, rise up. Ooh. Left foot to the side of the yoga mat. Now interlace your hands behind your back. Right thumb on top. Inhale, squeeze the palms together. Shoulder blades squeeze in, chest lifts. And fold as you exhale, bringing the arms overhead. Head drops down. Your neck is relaxed. And here, notice, are you cruising in this pose or are you working in this pose? And really only you know how engaged your legs are or not engaged. Crown of the head reaching down towards the earth. Arms reaching up and over to get a stretch through the shoulders, rinsing of the shoulders. Okay, hug the belly into the spine. Start to rise all the way up. Set up for pyramid on the left. Left foot towards the front of the mat. Top of the mat. Left foot at 12 o'clock. Right foot steps in about a third of the way. Give your hips the space it needs to set up. So frontal hip point square. And then interlace the hands behind your back, grabbing elbow tips or reverse namaste. Your choice. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, start to fold forward over the left leg. Left hip is pulling back as you fold. Pit of the belly is pulling in and up. Head drops down and you look back towards your right foot. Steady gaze, steady mind. And we do that action of pressing down to pull in. Opposing actions. Twisted triangle. Right hand down, left arm up. Yeah. Twisted, and then this one goes up. Yeah. Option to use a block underneath the right hand. Breathing that Ujjayi breath. Contributing your breath in this moment. Downward facing dog. Twisted triangle is that pose that always, always, always confronts me. Okay, right side warrior 2. And yes, we switched it up. We started on the left and now we're doing the right. Trikonasana. Move through the transition. So there's a pulling back as you reach forward, that opposing action. The feet are rooted really firmly into earth, grounding you here. You could even imagine roots from the bottom of your feet connecting you down to the core of the earth, connecting you to this pose, connecting you to the practice. connecting all of us to one another. Left arm reaches forward in line with your ear. Right arm reaches forward. Hug that beach ball. As you do that, hug the leg muscles in and rise all the way up to stand. Right foot to the side of the yoga mat. Interlace your hands behind your back. Left thumb on top. Inhale, draw up. And exhale, fold forward. If you're craving a little movement, you could move from side to side, bending into a knee. Yeah, Orla's having a little move from side to side. If you're craving going upside down, then release the arms. Go into your tripod headstand. How can you contribute in this forward fold? Tripoders, make your way down. Everyone with a little bend in your knees, you start to rise up. Setting up for pyramid on the right. Right foot at 12 o'clock, left foot steps in. Hands, your choice, behind your back in some position. Inhaling to draw up. So really think about length, hugging the hips in, and then fold over the leg, right leg. Chin to the right chin. Every time you breathe, feel the right hip pull back a little bit more. Seat bones pressing to the back of your space. Neck soft. Twisted triangle. Left arm down, right arm up. Rita, other way. No. Right arm. Right. This hand goes up in the air. And this one down. Yeah, so it's a twist. Yeah, right arm down. This arm down. This arm down here. That arm down, and then lift this arm in the air. Yeah, breathing, creating length from the tailbone all the way out through the crown of the head. Uddiyana Bandha. Downward facing dog. Come forward to your high plank. Pause for a moment. Forearm plank. Look back towards your toes. Scrub the toes in towards your elbow tips. Without moving anything, you're just activating your core. Lower your hips in line with the shoulders. Yes. And then really hug your feet in towards your elbows. Yeah, and breathe. Close your eyes if you need. We're going to be here for 5. Breathing, Ujjayi, switching on your core, strengthening your core, getting strong in your center. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. Lower all the way down. Cheek to one side. Yeah, grunts and groans are more than welcome. Oh. Surrender your body right now to this mat. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters in this moment except for the support of Mother Earth beneath you. Cheek to the other side. And everything we've done so far has prepared you for what's coming. Forehead to the mat. Set up for locust, your choice of arms. Interlace your hand. Well, yeah, we're going to lift the leg, lift the chest. Normally, I teach it with hands interlaced behind the back, but you could choose to have your arms in cactus arms or in front of you, like Superman, Superwoman arms. Inhale to create length, and then exhale, you lift. Everything's lifting. The only thing touching the earth is your pelvis. You try to lift everything else up and lengthen from the feet all the way through the crown of the head. And lower. Oh, yeah. Strengthening and lengthening. And your spines, your back body is ready for this. It's warm. Okay, we'll do one more locust. Your choice of arms. Now we know what it is. One more locust, Anna, before we go into floor bow. Okay. You set up by breathing in. And then as you breathe out, lift up. Stretch. Stretch from toe tips all the way through the crown of the head. Pit of the belly pulls in and up. And just when you think you need to lower, take one more big breath in and lift a little higher. And as you breathe out, lower. Amazing, you. Sway the hips from side to side. Now floor bow or another locust. So if you're coming into floor bow, grab your ankles, tops of the feet. If you want another floor bow, if you want another locust, you do another locust. And then create resistance, kicking the feet into the hands, hands into the feet, and let that resistance peel the chest up. And then test your gaze. Looking down, looking forward, looking up. And notice what happens to the breath as you shift your gaze. Lower. Reset. Restore. One breath in, one breath out. And then we go up for one more floor bow. Create this floor bow in this moment. Kicking the feet into the hands, peeling the chest up and breathing. Squeeze the thighs towards one another. Flex the feet, spread the toes and lower. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog with bent knees, getting a little stretch through your spine. Yeah, or a child's pose like Margarita and Anna are doing. Make your way onto your backs and let's set up for bridge. Ooh. Should I ask you today? Three, says Maya. I thought it was going to be one. Bridge number one, feet are at 12 o'clock. Hips distance. And then just feel the backs of the heels. Make sure you can skim the backs of the heels. That's the right distance to set it up. And when you've set your foundation, then press up to your bridge. Or if you're ready for wheel, go for it. Full wheel is an option. Feet at 12 o'clock. So the toes in a little bit. Turn your toes. Ooh, toes in. Yeah, good. Toes in a little more. Toes in a little bit more. Yes. Press down through whatever is touching the mat to lift the hips, lift the chest. And then lower your hips. Sway your knees from side to side. Reset and restore. This is your moment. And sometimes all we have is a beat to reset. Bridge or wheel, back bend number 2. Upper arm bones pressing down. Yeah. And lower. Sway your knees from side to side. Third and final back bend. Wheel or bridge. You just go up. Without even thinking, you go up. And sometimes we put too much thought into things. Sometimes we just need to do. And we're here for 10. Oh, 9. 8. Maybe you lift a leg. Maybe you lift an arm. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Supta Baddha Konasana. Oh, soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Place your hands on your heart center, on your belly. Feel the flow of energy in your body right now. Back bends. The whole back bends portion of this sequence is invigorating for your spine, invigorating for your whole being. And then we have this moment in Supta Baddha Konasana, which is normally my favorite, to just notice how you're feeling. How did those back bends impact your body? How did they make you feel? How did they impact your energy? Happy baby. Grab the outside edges of the feet. Pull the knees down towards your armpits. If you can't grab the feet, then grab the backs of the ankles, grab the backs of the thighs. Feel a gentle opening in the hips. Yeah, maybe you make it a little bit playful by rolling from side to side. Maybe you make it a little playful by simply putting a smile on your face. Stretching the legs. And then lift your legs directly over your hips. So feet flex, toes spread out. Little bit of core action for us. Palms on either side of your hips with the palms facing down. Okay, just set yourself so your legs are as straight as they can be with the leg muscles hugging in and the sacrum's pressing down. From here, lower by a third. Inhale fully. And as you exhale, lower another third. Squeezing the two legs into one. 2 inches above the mat. And now lift your chest and shoulders. Lift your arms, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Hello, body. Thank you, body, for everything that you're let me do, allow me to do. Lift your legs all the way back up. Reset right here. Tailbone, sacrum rooted down, spine long, and then lower by a third. Mula Bandha hugging in. 2/3. Uddiyana Bandha engaged. 2 inches above the mat, lift the chest and shoulders, sway the legs from side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause in the center, lift by a third. Lift by another third. And then all the way up. Okay, one more round and that's it. Charlie Chapman, your ankles, heels, toes out, heels pressing up. Squeeze your two legs towards one another. And now lower by 30%. Back body pressing down. Another 30%. 2 inches above the mat. Lift the chest, lift the shoulders, and tap. Tap, tap, tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your legs 30%. 60%. 100%. And hug your knees in. Oh, amazing you, amazing you. Every single one of you. Every single one of us. Amazing. Strong core, strong in your center, aligned with your values, your truth. Rock and roll a few times along the spine. Make your way through a vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Setting yourself up in downward facing dog. Lift your right leg in the air, bend the knee, paint circles with your right knee, as big as they can be. Getting a little lubrication through the right hip joint. And when you're ready, glide into your half pigeon. Set yourself up. If anyone needs an extra prop or an extra block, give me a wave. And then start to come to your fullest depth, your depth. It could be on forearms. It could be all the way down. We want to try to keep our hips square towards the front. Might be better doing deer, so keep that. Let's say, yeah, try that, and then let's try that. Okay. Does it feel okay for your hips? I think you might be taking this modification with your knee there. You want to feel the opening here. Yes. Does that feel okay? If that doesn't feel, then you just have your legs straight back like this. Does it feel better? Okay. We all live in different bodies. Sometimes we need to test out how a posture feels, make some adjustments. And there's always options in our yoga practice. There's options in life. And there's no right or wrong. So you need to figure out what's right for you. And this posture, this half pigeon is meant to target the outer hip, the right outer hip, the right glute. So as long as you're feeling a bit of a stretch there, you've set yourself up well. Let's contribute a letting go as we lie in this half pigeon. Releasing muscles, letting muscles melt away from the bones, releasing baggage, releasing trapped emotions, trapped memories that are stored in our hips. Let it go. If you're feeling resistance, if you're feeling tension, deepen your breath. Okay, let's make our way to the other side through a downward facing dog. Taking your time, transitioning slowly. Any movement you might need on your right side is welcome. And when you're ready, lift the left leg. Circle the knee. Get a little fluid in your left hip joint and then set yourself up in half pigeon. Yeah, knowing this side might be a little bit different. You might need a little bit different propping, different setup. Send your breath to your hips. Close your eyes and let your drishti go to your internal landscape. Letting go of whatever you need to so you can show up fully and be of service and give. give yourself to the collective in whatever way that means. Seated forward fold. Make your way up. Bring both legs round. Feet stretched long, heels pressing down, and let's reach our arms up. So getting really tall, really long, shoulder blades relax down the back. And then as you exhale, start to hinge forward, folding in on yourself, feeling a compression of the internal organs. Yeah, maybe a hum, maybe a sigh for you to let go even more. And using your breath to go a little bit deeper. Every time you inhale, you lengthen. And every time you exhale, you deepen into the fold. Reverse tabletop. Straight legs or bent knees. Dropping the head back. Opening up through the throat chakra. Throat bandha, one of the energetic locks in our body. Your voice, your truth. And then lower the hips down towards earth. Let's lower the back all the way down. If you want a final bit of core, you go as slowly as you want, or you just make your way down. Right knee hugs in, supine twist. Breathing in to set it up. And then as you breathe out, twist over to the left, bottom hip and gaze to the right. Soften the shoulder, the glutes, the belly. Final bit of twisting, detoxifying. Come back to center. Switch sides. Left knee pulls in. And then you twist over to the right. Hip and gaze towards the left. Softening whatever you can soften in your body. Apanasana. Both legs hug in towards your chest. Let's take a deep breath in all together. Up as much as you can. Pause at the top. And then exhale all the air out through your mouth. Let go, let go. Share yourself with everyone in this room, everyone on screen. And then set yourself up for Shavasana. Final resting pose. Deep rest. Legs on either side of the mat, feet splayed open. Or if you're like Orla and want legs in the air, you're more than welcome to move your mat, set yourself up to have the legs against the wall. Wherever you are, let go. Let go of whatever happened over the past 70 minutes. Be here. Starting to come back to your breath. Feeling your body supported by earth. Little movements in the fingers, toes, hands, feet. In your time, stretch your arms overhead. Full body stretch, waking up the physical form. And when you're ready, draw your knees in towards your chest. rolling over to one side, eventually making your way up to an easy seat. And keeping the eyes closed, bring your hands to your heart center. Sit tall. Know that you matter. Know that everything you do matters and that you contribute to the collective in so many ways. Let's seal the practice in with one final Om. Breathe in. Thumbs to your mind's eye. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Together we bow and say namaste.